The relationship is now over. And as a woman, you're no longer with the man that you used to be with, the man that you used to love, the man that you cared for, the man that you spent a considerable amount of time with, a man that you may even have kids with, and a man that you may have even married. But that relationship is over, and you went through the 7 phases of emotional disconnection, and you have finally reached the exit and you have moved on with your life. But just because you have exited the relationship, the question becomes, what's next? What's the next phase for a woman after a relationship doesn't work out the way that she had hoped, and she goes through the process of emotional disconnection from the man and the relationship that she was in? Let's talk about it.
Oh, I'm just here to check on you. Are you okay? Describe it in words, you know what to say.
You know what's surprising to me is this, that there are some women who can leave a relationship and they're completely okay. They're completely happy and they can exit the relationship as if they were never negatively affected at all. Now, let me say this, I'm proud, I'm happy for any woman who can escape a bad situation and they leave that situation unharmed, with no scars, with no battle wounds, so to speak. Because I do believe that no woman, and no man as well, should be in a relationship that is harmful, that's destructive toward them or to them. So I'm happy when women can leave a relationship and they're not broken or hurt significantly or at all in that relationship. And by the way, there are some women who can do that simply because they never wanted to be in the relationship in the first place. So they're happy to leave. They're happy that the relationship is over. But even with that being said, there are some women who, after exiting the relationship, after going through the process or the phases of emotional disconnection, they are hurt. They are bruised. They are severely injured. And in some cases, they are severely broken. And because of that, the next phase that a woman goes through, I like to call it the healing aftermath. In other words, the woman has to go through a period where she has to heal from what she just went through. Now, is it easy? No, it's not. Is it possible to heal after a failed relationship, after going through a difficult ordeal? It is absolutely possible. Not only is it possible, it is probable, it is likely, and it can be done, but it will take some work. I think what's also really important is that when a woman leaves a relationship and she emotionally disconnects from it, it is so important that she does not try to jump into another relationship right away. Even if she meets a man that seemingly has all the criteria that she's looking for, everything that she wanted in the previous relationship that he did not have, she now sees it or thinks she sees it in another person. It's so important that she just doesn't immediately jump into another relationship because she's still healing and she needs that time to heal. And that's what I'm going to talk about. Let me read something, and we're going to use this as the basis for the information I'm going to share. A woman has to rebuild herself. And I think you would agree with that. And I think if any woman has been through a situation where they had emotionally disconnected, whether it was over a short time period or over a long time period, wouldn't you agree that there's a healing period, a time where you need to take some time away, focus on yourself, rediscover yourself, and then once you're able to do that, then you can move on happily, gladly, and with confidence and with clarity into a new relationship if that's what you desire to do. But emotional disconnection, it is not the end of a woman's story. If you've been paying attention to my previous videos about emotional disconnection for a woman, there's 7 phases to that. And each woman can move through those 7 phases either very rapidly or very slowly over a long period of time. And by the way, usually the longer that it takes for a woman to go through silent disappointment or the repetition phase, withdrawing from effort or building that emotional wall, searching for fulfillment or the indifferent phase, and then she gets to the exit phase. For a woman to go through all 7 of those phases over a long period of time, in most cases, the more damage that is done to her and the more time that it will take to heal. But that's not the end of her story. That's just one chapter of her life, albeit a chapter that perhaps she didn't want to have. It's now to move on to a new chapter of her life. But before she can move on to a new relationship, this next chapter, the healing aftermath, it has to be cared for. It has to be done correctly. Otherwise, she can move into another relationship where she's not ready. She's not able to give of herself. She's not able to be confident and have her peace and self-esteem if she doesn't allow herself to heal in the proper way before she decides to move on. For many women, this emotional aftermath phase, it's the turning point. It's the moment that her soul refuses to continue living on the emotional crumbs that she was afforded in the previous relationship. Once she has gone through all 7 of these phases, and remember, it can take some time, what a woman typically does is enter a new emotional season. This is a new part of her life. It's the new chapter or the next chapter in her life. This is where she begins to rediscover who she is outside of the relationship that used to drain her, the relationship that used to diminish her, the relationship that used to disrespect her, the relationship that didn't value her, the relationship that didn't appreciate her. She then begin to rediscover who she is so she can start rebuilding, not from being broken, not from being hurt, not from being sad, not from being disappointed, but she can rebuild herself from clarity. She can rebuild herself from strength, and she can also rebuild herself from self-awareness. And by the way that every woman heals is different. The way that she goes through this healing aftermath, it's not the same for every single woman. So in other words, it's not some linear point A to point B process. It is something that a woman has to, as she goes through this phase, she has to be aware of how she was affected, how deeply it affects her behavior, her mindset, and so forth. And then what types of actions and efforts and remedies are needed to be able to get her to a place where she has regained her confidence and she has rediscovered herself. You know, a woman realizes that she deserves more than just emotional survival. For a long time, she had to survive emotionally. That man may have cared for her physically, he may have cared for her even financially, although that's not always the case. But usually, a woman suffers emotionally, and she had to survive emotionally because he wasn't caring for her or leading her in such a way that made her feel seen and respected, and loved and appreciated. So she had to survive on her own. It's not about becoming a new woman. It's about returning to the woman who she used to be when she was happy before the relationship, what she enjoyed before the relationship. And yes, she may have discovered new things about herself, but that person who she was before she was hurt, devastated, broken, bruised by the previous man that she was with, this part of the process helps her to find or rediscover that particular person as to who she was. Now, this resource that I'm referencing, Emotional Disconnection for a Woman. And by the way, the link is in my description. Please go ahead and get this. It is powerful because it explains the 7 phases of emotional disconnection for a woman. I've also talked about each of those 7 phases in great depth in some of my previous videos. So if you haven't seen those, I encourage you to go through my profile, find those videos so you can fully understand each phase, each of the 7 phases, how a woman is affected in each of these 7 phases. And what I'm going to do going forward, I'm also going to talk about what a man can do, what a man should not do during each of those phases of emotional disconnection for a woman, because oftentimes a man does not know. A man doesn't know what works best depending upon which phase, what emotional disconnection phase the woman is in. That's really, really important. And that's how you effectively can save a relationship once it reaches a certain phase of the emotional disconnection timeline. But in this video, I want to highlight a few things that really demonstrate how a woman feels after a relationship has ended when she went through those 7 phases of emotional disconnection. Once she is out of that fog, that emotional fog that she's been stuck in, that has not allowed her to see clearly, that has kept her kind of imprisoned, so to speak, in a relationship that wasn't good for her. When she comes out of that, the first thing that she notices is relief. She can breathe again. She feels safe again, not protected by the man, but protected from him because he is no longer around. He is no longer able to use her, abuse her, manipulate her, try to control her, dominate her. She's in a space now where she can finally feel safe. Now, this might surprise her. It might even confuse her because sometimes a woman expects that when they leave the relationship, they might expect there to be heartbreak, for there to be sadness. But that has already happened. She was already sad. The heart was broken a long time ago. The anger, all those negative emotions that a woman might feel as she's going through the process of emotional disconnection, when she exits, she's not feeling that way anymore. I mean, there might be some lingering effects of that, but those take a distant second or a backseat to the relief, the peace, the comfort that she now feels. But the absence of emotional chaos creates space for her nervous system to breathe again. And in this phase, and I want to see if you ladies have ever felt this way, or if you feel this way, you feel like you no longer have this burden, this heavy burden on your mind or on your heart that just stresses you out every single day, wondering whether or not you have to go back home to being yelled at or to being disrespected. And God forbid, even physical abuse, if that had taken place previously. You no longer have to deal with that, so that burden you feel like is off your shoulders. What about you feel emotionally calmer? Again, you're not stressed out. You have a peace that you didn't have. It's crazy that a woman can come home, maybe after a long day at work, or maybe she's at home, she's caring for the kids, the husband comes home, and even though this should be a peaceful environment, she feels like it's the worst environment for her. She feels like she can't express herself. She can't be herself. She can't say what's on her mind. She doesn't feel like the environment is a space in which she can grow. That has to be a terrible feeling. And yet there are a lot of men out there who create this horrible environment, and they put the woman that they're with in this environment, and they expect her to be their best. They expect her to thrive, expect her to be able to give back to him what he deserves as a man. But oftentimes it's a man who's creating this environment for her that's just not a good place for her to be in. And that's not to say that some women don't contribute in a negative way to causing this kind of environment, because there are some women who do. But when a woman has gone through emotional disconnection and she has freed herself, so to speak, she has exited the relationship, she feels like she's in a space where she can then open her eyes, she can smile again, she can breathe again because he is no longer around. More mentally clear, she's thinking more positively, not only about situations in life, but even about herself. And that's beautiful when a woman can regain her self-confidence, she can regain her self-esteem, she can start to realize her self-worth, even though it may take some time. Because when a woman's in an abusive relationship or a negative relationship, a man can make her feel like she doesn't have any self-worth, like she has no self-value. And that's absolutely not true. But some women have been forced to think that, or have allowed themselves to think that because of the way the man has treated her, the way he has controlled her and abused her and manipulated her. Unfortunately, some women get to that place, but when you exit a relationship, oftentimes a woman feels like she can mentally now think for herself and see clearly the value and the worth that she actually has. She's less reactive and she becomes more aware of her own emotional world because she is no longer focused on his world. He is no longer there to block out the positive things that she should see Instead, he was trying to control her, pull a blind over her eyes so she couldn't really see what was happening to her. And oftentimes a woman will be in a relationship and she lose sight of the value that she has. She loses sight of why she should be appreciated. She loses sight of the fact that she should be able to express herself, be able to be at peace in the relationship. Again, because of the negative environment or the space that has been created within the relationship. Emotional disconnection is tough. I wish no woman went through it. I wish no relationship went through it. But the reality is it happens. And when a woman exits the relationship, again, this is the closure of one chapter of their life. No matter how bad or how ugly that chapter was, a new chapter has been opened up. And this is the healing chapter for a woman. And during this phase, a woman, in my opinion, take it for what it's worth, a woman should not try to enter a relationship while she is in this phase. There is too much going on. She may smile. She may feel a sense of relief. She may feel better. She may feel more confident. However, she's not ready. She is simply not ready to take on the responsibilities that come with trying to get to know someone else, trying to meet somebody else, and trying to invest in that relationship emotionally when she is still trying to heal in this healing aftermath phase. There's more to this. There's a lot more to it. And in successive videos, I'm going to go ahead and break this down so that you have a crystal clear understanding on how you as a woman is affected, what can be done to help you to regain that confidence and regain that peace so you can close this chapter, or at least move through this chapter successfully, so that way when you do move to the next chapter of your life, that you'll be able to do so with confidence, knowing that you have clarity, you've been able to rebuild yourself, rediscover yourself, so you can get to the next person. If you decide to do so, get to the next person, a healed version of yourself, a version where you can be, again, absolutely sure, absolutely confident that you know what you're looking for next time, and you won't settle for someone. You won't settle for someone or be on the rebound and pick someone else up like you had before, because you do not want to put yourself in a situation because you moved too quickly from emotional disconnection into a new relationship. Remember, this phase is very critical. It is very delicate because you are still healing at this time. It's almost like you have a bone that you just broke. It takes time to heal it. And you want this bone or this particular part of your body to heal first before you begin to use it fully. It's the same way in relationships. Allow yourself time to heal after emotional disconnection from a relationship. So go ahead, please subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and follow me so you can catch the next video in this series. And I encourage you to look at all the other videos on my page. That way you get full context around emotional disconnection for a woman and what it means when she moves into the healing aftermath phase.
Come to share your story, tell it how it be. Now I'm jazzy, sweet ass Willy Wonka chocolate factory.